everyone, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. Today's video is going to be on a no makeup look on my beautiful model Joshelle. Her skin has been prepped off camera, and I just used some moisturizer and some strobe cream from MAC Cosmetics. So now I'm just going to be filling in her eyebrows, and I'm starting off by brushing the hairs upwards. Then I went in with my BH Cosmetics Pro Brow Palette, and I just filled in her eyebrows using the powder on the top left corner. After that, I went ahead and brushed out the product once again just to make sure everything is evenly distributed. And then I went in with a concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in Butterscotch. And I just used that to clean up the brows. So this concealer is really close to her skin tone, and I was going for a very natural look in this video. And I went back in with the same concealer and I just applied it all over her eyes, and this just kind of gives me a nice clean slate, a clean canvas to work with, as it mutes out any of the dark areas and basically covers up any dark marks. Yeah, so now I'm going in with another concealer, and this is in the shade Mahogany. I really like this because it has nice like peachy orangey undertones, and it's really good for color correcting. So I just use that on all of the dark areas of her face, so underneath the eyes, around the mouth where she had some hyperpigmentation, and then I just blended everything out using my beauty blender once again. Now we're going to be priming the skin. I'm using this mattifying primer, my favorite mixture, which is the NYX Angel Veil primer and the Sephora Beauty Amplifying primer. I mix them together, and then I just apply that only to the T-zone area. I left the rest of the skin really nice and moisturized and glowy. Okay. For foundation, I went in with the Black Opal Truly Topaz foundation. It's a little bit darker than her skin tone, but then I went ahead and mixed in the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in caramel, which I'm applying now with the beauty blender, and that just kind of evened everything out and basically gave us like the perfect skin color. So if you notice, as I go along with this look, I'm going to constantly spray this hydrating face mist on her skin, and it's by Codely, and I just basically do that just to make sure I maintain the moisture on her skin. I'm going for a really natural look, so I just want the skin to be nice and radiant and glowy, like it naturally is, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just keep spraying on the spray, and yeah, that just maintains the moisture on her skin. So now I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, or I'm not sure which concealer I used actually. I think it was Maybelline Age Rewind something. I'll find out and I'll put it in the description box for you guys. But I'm just applying this underneath her eyes, bridge of the nose, around the mouth area, as well as the forehead. And these areas are just they're basically the center of the face that are naturally brighter than the outer corners. So I'm just going to basically mimic the same effect with the makeup. And now, as you can see, I'm just applying some contour to her face, and this color is not too dark because I just wanted to give like a nice warm bronzy effect, not so much like a super defined contour. So yeah, I'm just using a contour shade that's more on like the warm orangey bronzy side, and I just apply that to the outer perimeters of her face. And as you can see, I'm spraying the face mist once again. So now that everything is blended out, you want to have something like this. Now I'm going to be going in with some powder. This is the Benai Banana Luxury Powder, and I'm just applying this in very specific areas. So as you can see, I'm using a brush to apply rather than my beauty blender, just because I don't want too much powder to be placed on the skin. So I'm just lightly patting on this powder underneath the eyes. I put a little bit on the T-zone area as well as on her chin. And yeah, so I'm just basically taking off any excess like oil or shine in those areas, and then I'm just going to leave the rest of the outer perimeter of the face super nice and glowy. Okay, so yeah, just a little bit of powder, not too much. If you find that you tend to get more oily or like super creasy, I'll say then apply a bit more powder and maybe bake a little bit, which I actually end up doing a little later on a little later on in the video. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. Right now I'm just using a powder that's actually her skin tone, and I'm just going to be applying this to any area where the contour and the highlights kind of meet. So it's basically like my transition powder, if that makes sense. And now for bronzer, I'm using the Sephora Micro Smooth powder in the shade Dark. I believe it's Dark 56, and I'm just applying this to the areas where I applied the contour color, and this is just going to set everything in place as well as add more of that bronzy effect to the skin. As you can see, it's not really like a super dark contour, it's just very soft and gives like a nice bronzy effect, like she just came back from vacation basically. So this is what I was referring to in terms of applying a bit more powder. So I found that underneath her eyes was creasing a little more, so I just baked it for a few minutes, not too long at all. Yeah, so just put some more powder underneath there, leave it for say like a minute or two, and then dust it right off. Okay, now we're going to be highlighting the skin. I'm using this highlighter from Pixie Beauty, and I believe it's called Pixie Glow. It's really nice. Looks just like skin. It gives you like a nice wet finish, so I absolutely love it for a natural glow. And yeah, so I apply that to the highest point of her cheekbones, and now as you can see, I'm dusting off the powder and I'm re-spraying the face mist just to bring back that hydration to the skin. For blush, I went in with the Makeup Forever blush. I forget the name exactly, but I'll put that in the description box. But Juvia's Place Saharan Blush 2 palette has one, like a color that's very similar to this. It's like a very nice corally color. And personally, I love coral blushes just because I find that they just really bring life into the skin and into the face, and just they look very youthful. So I usually use coral blushes quite often. Alright guys, so now we're just applying some mascara, and you can just go ahead and use your favorite mascara and just really pack it on, or you can put on some lashes if you want. It's really up to you, but I'm just using the LA Girl mascara. And then we moved on to lips, and the lip liner I used is from, I believe it's from Kiss New York. Absolutely love how it turned out. Looks super natural on her skin tone. So if you're her skin tone, I'll definitely recommend this lip liner, and it's from the beauty supply store as well, so it was like $1 or so. So it's really good. Anyways, moving on, I didn't apply any lipstick. I just went ahead and I placed some lip gloss on her lips, and I used the Too Faced Sweet Peach, Too Sweet, I don't know, I don't remember this collection. I think it's Sweet Peach gloss, and I just packed that on the lips, and it just looks super nice and juicy and healthy. Absolutely loved how it turned out. But yeah, so guys, here is the finished look. Like I said, I loved how it turned out. Just a really super nice, healthy everyday makeup look, and I feel like I've been doing a lot of this looks lately just because I just generally love playing with the skin and just enhancing the features. But yeah, so if there are any other looks you guys want me to do, please let me know. And shout out to Giselle as well for being such an amazing model, and you guys will see the pictures at the end of the video. But yeah, if you ever need a model for any of your shoots, please book her. She's absolutely amazing, such a professional and amazing to work with. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching though. I really appreciate it, and check out my website for more pictures, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.